Hello, welcome to the May 2026 video edition of the Iowa General Fund Monthly Revenue Memo. My name is Eric Richardson, Senior Fiscal Analyst for the Iowa Legislative Services Agency, the nonpartisan support agency of the Iowa Legislature. This video covers Iowa General Fund revenue for fiscal year 2026 year to date. Due to accounting procedures, it is not possible to provide revenue updates at the start of the month until all transactions have been processed. For May 2026, the issues were eliminated with transactions processed on June 3rd. This table shows Iowa net general fund revenue through June 3rd of 2025 and 2026. Revenue has decreased $761 million on a fiscal year basis, or minus 10.2% year to date, which includes a $608 million decrease in individual income tax, as there was a decrease in the individual income tax rate to a flat 3.8% in tax year 2025. Net sales and use tax has increased by $250 million, or 7.6% in FY 2026. The most recent Revenue Estimating Conference estimate for total net receipt growth, excluding transfer revenue for FY 2026, is negative 9.5%, so the year-to-date growth rate remains slightly below what is needed to meet the latest revenue projection. By breaking overall net revenue into gross receipts and refunds, the current situation looks a bit better. Gross revenues through June 3rd are down only 9.1%, and tax refunds issued during the fiscal year have decreased by 9.3%, which are close. However, the decrease in net revenue comes in at a minus 10.2% due to a 5.4% increase in school infrastructure transfers. While gross sales and use tax revenues have increased 6.9% through June 3rd, school infrastructure transfers have lagged sales and use tax revenue for the entire fiscal year. This chart shows fiscal year 2026 year-to-date net revenue growth as we calculate it for these monthly video memos. Growth through June 3rd is $427 million lower than the growth calculated through May 1st. Since May 1st, there has been a $149 million decrease in individual income tax, while individual income tax refunds have also increased $176 million, combining to equal $325 million in net negative revenue growth for individual income tax during this period. Primarily, a large amount of refunds were processed during May compared to last year, while individual income tax returns also declined, both a result of lower tax liability from the state income tax rate cut in tax year 2025, along with the enactment of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act in July 2025. Insurance premium taxes also decreased by $63 million since May 1st. This chart shows the combined total of tax year 2025 income tax net payments as returns were filed and processed this spring. Since for most years, tax refunds issued exceed the amount of payments made by taxpayers who owe additional tax when a return is filed, the net impact of the filing of tax returns is traditionally negative. This chart shows the last 11 years of the combination of payments with income tax returns and tax refunds issued. This year, FY 2026 is shown as a black line, while last year, FY 2025 is shown as a dark blue line. FY 2024 is shown as a green line, FY 2023 is shown in red, and FY 2022 is shown in light blue. The remaining years shown in gray are FY 2016 through FY 2021. This graph highlights two things. First, FY 2022 tax returns were historically good for state tax revenue, and second, FY 2026 looks lower by comparison compared to other recent years, including FY 2025. This is likely due to lower state income tax liability from the flat 3.8% tax, along with the enactment of the OBA, which included numerous tax provisions that boost after-tax income for individuals and corporations. The combination of payments with tax returns and tax refunds since early February account for $220 million of the $761 million net general fund revenue decrease for the fiscal year. Income tax rates for tax year 2025 decreased to a flat tax of 3.8% beginning January 1st, 2025, with FY 2026 the first full year of the lower tax rate. This tax rate reduction can be analyzed through the combination of withholding tax deposits and individual income tax quarterly estimate payments. This chart shows the moving total of that combination for the past 11 years, starting in early February and moving through June 3rd. FY 2022 is shown as the highest light blue line, while FY 2023 is shown in red, FY 2024 is shown in green, FY 2025 is shown in dark blue, and the current year, FY 2026, is shown in black. After the pandemic era high in FY 2022, Income tax rate reductions beginning in FY 2023 have led to annual decreases in income tax payments over the last 4 fiscal years, as shown in the chart. Income tax payments associated with the current tax year 2026, since early February account for $51 million of the $761 million reduction in net revenue for the fiscal year, which includes an increase of $21 million in income tax withholding and a decrease of $71 million in income tax estimated payments, which reflect lower expected tax liability. Beginning in FY 2027, income tax revenue should stabilize absent major changes in policy or the economic climate. In summary, net revenue on a fiscal year basis and excluding transfer revenue through June 3rd is down 10.2%, and that rate of growth remains slightly below the Revenue Estimating Conference projection for the entire fiscal year. The major drivers of the revenue decrease are recent tax reductions to the state individual income tax rate, along with provisions in the OBA, which are affecting general fund revenue. Compared to prior tax years, tax year 2025 income tax returns during this filing season appear below levels from recent years, suppressing general fund revenues. Goodbye, thank you, and please check out the next monthly video memo in early July.